Hey, awesome hackers, how's it going? I can already see so many highs in the comments, and I'm so excited to see all of y'all here with so much energy. How's it going for y'all? How's Global Hack Week March treating y'all? How's the every month Global Hack Week been? Is it hectic? Is it totally, exhilarating? Let's go indeed. So this is a mini event. I see a lot of familiar names. Happy Holi, that is right. Today is Holi. Happy Holi. So I am based out of Maharashtra, and over here we had some date problem. Apparently, the entire Maharashtra celebrated a Holi a day ago. So we actually had Holi yesterday. But yeah, but happy Holi! Rest of India celebrating today, so happy Holi. And yeah, so I'm saying this is a mini event. It's a very fun event. This is, however, an educational mini event, so we try and talk about the topic we're supposed to. But people who know me and who have attended my streams know I tend to get off track really quickly, and y'all are great at, encouraging me to do that as well. So awesome! And I can see people saying it's going pretty well. That's great. I'm glad GHW every month is treating you well. I love streaming, so it's been great because that forces me to, create better content and more content. And I keep experimenting, as you all know, with the content. But yeah, I see so many new names as well. That's awesome. But I see so many, names that I already know. So I know that Insha has at some point joined the stream, if I'm not wrong. I see Miss Abhay. I thought I saw Miss Rati is back. Hi, Rati. Awesome, folks. So I am guessing most of you are new here, so I'm going to quickly start introducing the topic of today's mini event. Right? Again, mini events are super fun. A little bit into the introduction, a little bit into the stream. I will also start inviting y'all onto the stream. So how it works is y'all will go on Discord, y'all will create a ticket, tag me. Usually, you do not tag MLHs directly, you tag at Akram MLHs. But when we're streaming, it's okay to tag me directly because there are a lot of messages coming on Discord and it's hard for me to keep a track, right? So tag me and I will send you the link to the stream and y'all can join me live and we can discuss and we can have a nice, Q&A format, right? Awesome. Before I forget, in case y'all have joined today, remember there's extra swag for joining all the streams and not all the streams, basically the number of quota that you have apart from the registration. And yeah, so if you join, you do get points. So make sure that y'all check in and register and check in. But yeah, oh well, Yasha's back. Sumit is back. Please don't call me ma'am. I'm basically your same age as y'all. But awesome, folks. Let's get started. Literally, many events are literally for me to just babble on until and unless you all have, you all stop and say something useful. I can keep rambling. All right. Perfect. So we're going to be talking about hackathon tips and tricks. So it's a fairly chill topic, as you all are already, I know I recognize a lot of names here. So I know most of you are like real pro hackers. In case y'all are new, you're surrounded by some very seasoned hackers. So don't worry about it. You'll get there in no time. All right. Awesome. Let's dive right in. Hey everyone, I see a lot of names. So I'm going to do a tad bit of a proper introduction. So, hi everyone, my name is Ritvy. I am a coach at MLH. I've been a coach for almost a year and a half now, almost a year and a half. And yeah, these are 3 facts about me. As you all know, the MLH format, we introduce ourselves and we tell 3 facts about ourselves. So I love stories. So I usually don't put this fact, but it is a lot to do with today's streams, right? All the streams actually, right? I love stories. I think stories are a real motivating point for people to, either stay in the conversation, continue the conversation, build projects, anything really. Stories can motivate or, be an incentive to do anything. So I love stories. I'm a maker, as you all can tell from my background. No, this is not an image, right? This is my actual maker background. I have multiple tools here. If you all ever want to know, I'm always happy to again ramble on about them. And I'm a hardware fanatic, so you'll see that in the next stream, the stream right after this one, and the one after this one. So I don't know if you all know, but like yesterday's stream, I kind of cancelled it. So I'll be taking it today around the same time, around 2 p.m. And yeah, we'll do IoT, boilerplate code for IoT part 1 and part 2 all through today. So yeah, I'll talk more about that in that stream. But yeah, that's me. You can also follow me on my social media. I don't post very often, but I post a little bit here and there sometimes, especially if you all tweet or tag me. I always share. Yes, I literally come with a makeup background. Yes, that makes more sense. Awesome, folks. Alright, so again, this is a mini event. How if you all have not joined mini events before, it's very chill. We're literally here to have fun. It's literally for you all to take breaks, right? So we talk about things, we have some conversations. You all join me on streams. We sometimes play games. Today it's more of a discussion, so you all can come tell me stories. Like I said, I love stories. So let's dive right in. So let me cover like a few slides, like 3 to 4 slides. Maybe do a first activity. If you all join my streams, you all know that I, make you all run around a lot in the house, finding things. So we'll do something similar, except you all don't really have to, run around the house for once. And yeah, we'll have fun. That's the whole point today. So I take hacker comments and questions very seriously. So if you all have feedback, know that I will definitely implement it at some point. Of course, if it's like if you ask me to do a stunt, it's going to be fun. Alright, what is a hackathon? Does anyone want to answer this? Like, I love the definition on the screen. This definition has been taken from our MLH website itself. But yeah, what do y'all think a hackathon is? And did y'all think of hackathons otherwise? Like something else? Initially, like first time when you get into hackathons, you're like, what is a hackathon? Or, I see a lot of people intimidated by hackathon. I've been one of those people who's like super intimidated by the idea of hackathons. So, what did you think of hackathons? I'm going to read the slide out, and obviously, we have an activity next. So, a hackathon is best described as an invention marathon, right? You too, Rati. That is awesome. I'm not sure what you're saying that to. Oh, perfect. I know, right? Yeah, Swift's very passionate about it as well, right? Hmm. That is an amazing definition, Sumit. So I think, you're right, uh, the part where people with passion, the same kind of passion is a kind of an important keyword. I think that our definition on the screen is missing because you see, like I've seen hackers get so anxious and so they're so driven to complete their project. It's amazing, right? That's passion. So yes, that's an important keyword in our definition. So yeah, a hackathon is best described as an invention marathon. Right, love the definition. It's so concise and it's so to the point, and it explains and covers most of the points that you want, right? So anyone who has an interest in technology can, attend a hackathon to learn, build, and share. That's our values at MLH as well, right? Learn, build, and share. The creations over the course of a weekend, or well, whatever the specified time of the hackathon is, and it's almost always, a very, very safe environment, right? Oh, there's another definition from Nishu. That is awesome. Nerdy Olympics. I like that. So I knew it was the Nisarg. So I guessed correct. That is nice. Alright. Awesome. Great. Good. So next, you already interacted with me, which is great. You all are, as usual, lovely. And I'm going to go on and show you what I want you all to do. I want you all to talk about your favorite innovation, right? I think a lot of times, right? A lot of times, hackers, y'all have such great ideas, but I feel y'all, forget some simple things, observing around and seeing how simple design can be, right? Or observing simple things and taking inspiration from them. So I want y'all to now go around your house. You don't have to go around the house really. If y'all have it nearby, just uh, pick it up. But basically, just go around, see, look at your house, look at the curtains, look at the simple curtain rod mechanism, right? Just go around the house and See what your favorite invention is, or do you already have a favorite invention, right? It has to be something very simple, something very basic, right? Take the spoon lever. That's a pretty good observation and implicate application, right? So observation and application, right? So yeah, let's do that. So it is 11:44 in my clock. I'm gonna give you all until 11:50, and you all can send pictures anywhere. If you all want me to look at Twitter, I will open it and look at it. But I would prefer you all post it in Discord. Let me tell you the channel that you all should ideally post it in. There is no. Is there a GHW launch this time as well? Launch. I don't see it. There is Ask GHW. Where will you all post it? I think Ask GHW works. Let's see. Oh, Social Good Week. There we go. Perfect. Thank you, Nisag. Thank you so much. I was not paying attention. So yeah, go to hashtag the channel Social Good Week, and yeah, post your favorite inventions. Right. I am keeping an eye out for your messages, and yeah, let's talk about our favorite inventions. Okay, if you are not comfortable posting on Discord, that's all right. You can use the chat on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook, wherever you all have joined. And yeah, but I would love to see some pictures, and I would absolutely love to see some tweets. Um, Quartz watches. See that's nice. So quartz watches. I actually basically those oscillating watches, right? And I think yeah, that's a great example. Yeah, so go ahead and post a picture of your watch. But yeah, so this watch is something so essential, right? I mean, now we have phones, but it's been such an essential accessory for so long. Imagine the person who invented it. Who invented the watch? Let's find out. Anyone who knows? Oh, there we go. Yash already posted the picture of a watch on Discord. That's awesome. Let me go and react. Is that supposed to be a joke? But see, the thing is, I don't recognize brands and stuff most of the time. So if you tell me it is your watch, I'll believe it. Don't worry. Let's see. Who invented the watch or the clock? Oh, a locksmith. Of course, a clockmaker invented a watch. So Peter Heinlein is the person who invented the watch. Do you all want the name? I'll post the entire thing that I googled. This is what I found on Google. I'm still waiting for other people to reply. What are your favorite inventions? You all have another 4 minutes. It does not have to be one invention. You all can have multiple favorite inventions. That's okay. All right. So that's Peter. He invented the watch. Now let's see who invented the clock. Galileo. And Galileo had the idea to use a swinging bob to regulate the motion of a time-telling device. But Christian Huygens is credited as the inventor. Let me post that nice fact for you all as well. I still remember, I think it was in grade 3, we had an entire chapter on inventions and inventors. I think that's one of, I mean, I remember it until now. I was completely fascinated by it. Alright, folks, I am still waiting for other people's favorite inventions. I'm not sure. Sometimes y'all can be so quiet at the same time that I almost fear losing connection. I actually go and check back. Like, do I still have Wi-Fi? Oh, I see Rati posted. Is that supposed to be a lock, Rati? Oh, lock and key. That is awesome. I love the example. Something so simple, something so essential, right? It's instant noodles indeed. They are an amazing invention. I agree, Nisar. So in case you all don't know where I'm watching these pictures are coming in social code. Let me quickly share my screen and show you all. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna share. I can't actually share the entire window. Okay, so I'm going to share my entire screen for a bit. Okay, so these are the pictures that people are sending. So Nisarik sent instant noodles. Then Rati sent lock and key. Am I right? I am right about lock and key, Rati, right? Oh, you did say up to me. Perfect. And then there's a watch that Yash shared. Alright. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go back to my slides. Awesome. Perfect. Except now I can see the. Is anyone else participating? Should I wait? Or I'm happy to wait. Remember, it's a chill thing. Also, this is the time where I invite you all onto stream. So, does anyone want to come on stream and talk about their favorite invention or their favorite, time they saw something and they're like, huh, I should probably make this. I can probably make this. Or, how brilliant the simplicity of something was. Or, you saw something super over engineered and you're like, I can do this so much better. Anyone? No one? Okay. Well, you're always welcome. You know the drill. I'm going to stop sharing my screen again and just share uh, the slides and so that I have access to it. But if anyone else is posting, don't worry. I'm looking at it. Oh, I see so many more pictures. So my bad indeed. I completely stopped looking. So I see Yash has posted melting of the metal. Is that's what you've posted? Using molds and making metal stuff. Hi, Miss Rashid. Welcome to the stream. Yes, mechanical keyboards. They are such great inventions. I have a friend who refuses to use anything that's not a mechanical keyboard because he's like, I feel like I'm working. And cameras. Yes, cameras are one of the most amazing. I mean, we're talking here because of one of the reasons, right? So I agree, it does. And then someone's posted biryani. I'm assuming it's biryani. It's biryani, right? Dhanush, MS Dhanush. Yes. I like how you all are completely like talking about a different thing altogether. So, folks, you all know the drill. Go ahead and create tickets if you all want to join the stream. If you all don't know how to create tickets, I'm going to very quickly demonstrate it to them. I'm sharing Discord. Might as well do that, right? Oh, Sudhankar said, yes, that's biryani. Yes, Blender is an amazing invention, but it's a software. I am looking for simpler inventions like biryani. Instant noodles are great examples, but I would rather go for something. I don't know. I think it's my mental block that I'm not considering them inventions. I will by the end of the stream. Don't worry. But I hope you all get my point. Absolutely. What do you need help with? Okay, so you are at GHW, right, which is Global Hack Week, and Global Hack Week is basically us coaches. We just do these beginner level live streams, and yeah, the beginner level live streams. They vary from topics from like these are mini events where you're just having coming here hanging out with me, to technical streams where we talk about concepts which are mostly they're if they're complicated, that means it's an entire series where the coach has started from the beginning and has taken you to the end, or they're very very simple beginner level topics like introduction to Git and things like that, right? GHW has challenges, which is basically just to get you points and to keep the momentum of your learning, so that whatever you learn you can actually implement, right? And yeah, you get swag if you participate in GHW. Now remember, except for attending the streams, you need to register and check in as well. I'm going to share the link for you again very quickly. And yeah, and you know what? I'm hoping for some people to join the stream and talk about their hackathons, because I see there are beginners here and they could really use your advice. Because it's been a really long time since I hacked, right? I'm planning to get back into hackathons very soon, but still, it's been quite a while. Where was I? Oh, I see two more things. I love this example. Lick it. Lick it. Am I pronouncing that right? Tickets ain't working? Let me check. Let me quickly check. But I'm gonna first go ahead and react. Yes. As you think. Fair enough. I'll take that. No, you know what? I agree. It's my mental block. I'm working on it. Don't worry. You all have given amazing examples. It's totally me. Alright, let me search for tickets. I always get so lost looking for channels in MLA, the server. Let me see. Cheating area. Support ticket. Okay, so support ticket, folks. This is where you all go. Although I don't think you all need help. There is an MLH general support that I cannot seem to find. Community support. No. Never mind. So we'll just go and help and we'll go to support ticket. Alright. And there is an ask GHW as well, but you all don't need that. So we'll go to support ticket and I'm going to go ahead and create a ticket. So you can go to Global Hack Week support, click on Global Hack Week support, and all right, let me see. This has not happened before. Let me help you with stream link. Submit. All right, there you go. So the ticket did get created, and it is somehow OGHW. I'm not sure what that means. I'm gonna go here, right? And this is my details. And if you all do this, but still go ahead and tag me right here, right? Because this is a ticket created by me, so it's tagged me. But yeah, tag me here and ask for please give me the stream link. And then I'll send the stream link here. Sounds fair, people? Discord link? Sure. TPS. Awesome. There you go. So I've shared the Discord server link. I'm not sure if I can share the channel link. Copy link. There you go. So I'm sharing the channel link as well. If you all are logged into Discord and like have your server logged into, I think it should be. Oh, hi, Alvin. Mehek, can I help you? How can I help you? Let me see if I can send you the channel link itself. Where did GHW go? I'm going to find it at some point. There we go. Found it. Copy link. And there you go, Mehek. I am sending you the GHW Social Good Week channel link in Discord. Alright, so folks, now you all know the drill. So go ahead, create it, and I will send you. Yes, I can see this. And let me stop sharing. And now I'll reply to messages. If you all are still sending pictures in the social good week, go ahead, do that. What I usually do is whenever I make you all do this, I make a collage of everything that you all sent and I send it to Mary, and they usually, then whoever's doing the daily stream, they display everything. Okay, so keep sending. I'll keep a lookout before the daily stream sometime today. I'll make a collage and send it over. All right. No rush. Take it in. Yes, and I see Yash has asked for it. Close. Well, Yash does not want the link, so that's okay. Alright, so I don't see anyone else having created links. So, I'm gonna move on with the stream, but I am keeping an eye out in case you all do create a link and I haven't seen it in a bit. Remind me on chat, I'll go immediately give you the link. Sounds good, everyone. I would love to have you all on stream. I know there are a lot of pro hackers in the comment section. Alright, so I'm just going to quickly go over the comments and see if I've missed anything. I hope I answered your question, Barik Bappa. You all have such creative usernames, such creative usernames. If you still have any questions, do let me know. I am happy to walk you through whatever you need to. This is a mini event. We're not stuck for time. We need to cover some very basic tips and tricks. And I'm telling you, y'all are smart enough to turn up to hackathons. Y'all are smart enough to learn things by observing anyway. Alright, so I'm not worried about you at all. Awesome, I'm glad I could help. Got it, Yash, got it. Awesome, folks. Let's go back to our PPT then. So Siddharth has made this PPT, and you can tell he's worked really hard on it. I just added the activities. This is Siddharth and Mary's efforts. If anyone else worked on it on the MNH team, I'm not aware, but it's mostly them. Awesome. So you all did this. If you all have posted on social media, let me know. I'm happy to reshare it almost immediately. So how you just attend streams and you go. So there's a link on dev post as well where you can like participate in challenges. Let me see if I can quickly pull it up for you. Although I'm not sure if we're doing dev post or not because I don't remember the last time anyone mentioned it even. Oh, there we go. It is there. Alright, so I'm going to copy link address, send you the dev post links as well. Good question, Yash. Siddharth Shivkumar. There you go. So I've sent you the dev post link. I am actually going to go ahead and send you the registration link as well. Although I think getting registration link from GHW website will be much easier. So I'm going to go ahead and send that ghw.mnh.io for anyone who's still confused. And basically, so GHW, like I mentioned earlier, right, is about learning new things, right? When you all are doing a hackathon, you all are strapped for time, you all have to complete a project. So GHW is a nice break from that format, and it's about just learning and learning something very specific in every stream, and just do a challenge based on that. And challenge is not a competition; it's just it's a challenge for you to complete it, so that you can implement what you've learned. That way, you're focusing more on learning rather than just completing it or making it in time for something. Make sense? Biswajit, I hope I answered your question. Awesome. Folks, let's move on, right? So we've already gone over our inventions. So let's move on to why should you attend a hackathon. Now, y'all are already here. I'm glad I could help Biswajit. Alright, so y'all are already here, right? So you all already know how to find your way around the internet for the most part, right? Which is great, which is an amazing skill. Don't lose it just yet, right? But once you do attend a hackathon, right? So I know a couple of y'all do not like to work in teams. But the reason I keep insisting on y'all to work on teams is because you pick up a lot of skills and a lot of patience along the way, right? And so when you attend a hackathon, you learn soft skills because you're dealing with a lot of people, right? You're talking, you're talking about you're talking to coaches about deadlines, or you're navigating multiple websites. The submission website is usually different from where you're chatting with other participants and the organizers. You all are obviously learning technical skills, and you are definitely learning team building and working skills. When I say working skills, it's a lot of things, right? Time management, prioritizing. You all have no clue how important a skill prioritizing is, right? Like right now, I'm working on some personal projects, and it is such a difficult task prioritizing one thing over the other, and making sure that at the end of the day you don't regret. That's a more important part, right? Once you've chosen to do something, regardless of whether or not it's complete, you all want to make sure that that was actually worth your time, right? And you're not stressed about the other things. So prioritizing is a huge skill that you learn, and the more hackathons you do, the more easy and it becomes more of a subconscious competency. So you're like, okay, I know that I take this much time to do this, so I'm going to do that first, and then so on and so forth, right? It's okay, Yash. You're not, that's the whole point, right? Then you learned to, pick up pace, and hopefully you submitted a project. But the point is, you tried. That's what matters, right? And you meet new people regardless of whether or not you participate in team. I think Yash here is in Yash, Alvin, Nisarg, Rati, all of them are great examples of that, right? They turn up to GHW streams, if not, whether or not they team up, and they talk and they talk. So I know them, and when I go to a hackathon and they're there, I recognize them more or less. And but I don't know your faces, so but yeah, right. So they're making connections, they're making network, right, and that helps them. Trust me, most of the time, networking, while it's important on a lot of fronts, most of the time networking is just great because you're in your head, you're like, it's okay. People are looking out for you, even if not every day, or you don't know them, they will look out for you. It's more of a psych thing. Exactly. See, participating in many events is a great idea, right? So I know this has become a tad bit philosophical, and I would have loved to have a hacker on the stream with me to talk about it, but you know, uh, there we go. See, Yash, you already have someone wanting to team up with you way ahead of the week. So the next FPH I think will happen next week. What is today? 8th. So I'm guessing it's gonna happen around 10th March ish. But yeah, you all have time to plan. Yes, Meg. Exactly, right? But so that's the whole point. So if you go to a hackathon, you are making quick but memorable connections, right? Because so you were working 24 hours continuously with a person you've probably never met before. Most probably never met before, right? And yeah, so now they're not just a LinkedIn connection, they actually know you and they know your work in those 24 hours. So it's a nice psych thing, because I remember I started very actively participating in hackathons around Jan 2021, right? And COVID wave 2 in India happened around April. And I had so many people check in on me on LinkedIn just because I participated in hackathons with them, and 24 hours you're continuously talking to each other and coordinating, and that felt so good, and that's such a great feeling. So some simple stuff like that, or you'll check in on them. Something happens and you hear about it, right? So it's a great support system that you all are creating. And I don't know, I didn't mean for it to be so philosophical, but hackathons are fun. So yeah, meeting people and looking out for them is kind of nice. All right, awesome activity again, because I knew this would get a little slow, right? And I'm still waiting for you all to join the stream. Has anyone of you all created a ticket to join me? No one. I'm really disappointed in you all. You all always are so enthusiastic about joining my streams. I agree. Yes, Siddharth did do an amazing job organizing it, and yes, it was fun. Hack the Spall was fun. Awesome, great. So yeah, tell me your favorite skill. Is there anything new you've learned? I see a lot of pro hackers, so I want answers to this. All right, and I know the people who are new because they've asked good questions. Uh, I agree, Rati. It should always be fun, right? Like I always say, even when you're a lot of times when people ask me, when they're deciding between two things or they're confused, one, never ask people what to do. Ask them why they did what they did, right? That's one piece of advice I give to everyone, right? Never ask people to choose for you or tell you what to do. Ask them why they did what they did. Two is, have fun. If you're not having fun, just enjoy. If you're not enjoying, maybe then rethink your steps. But I'm glad you had fun there, Yash. Nice. I love this example, Alvin. That's point on, right? I mean, there's so many skills you're picking up when you're working on a completely new project and a new idea, especially if it's not your idea, because you're pushing yourself on so many fronts, right? You're pushing yourself to learn the new tech. You're pushing yourself to learn the new concept. You're pushing yourself to understand the story. That brings me back to my first point that I made in the stream is me loving stories, right? Yes, yes, exactly. Counting your blessings, right? So remembering that, okay, maybe you didn't win the hackathon, but at least you know how to create a React app now, or something on those the small bits, right? That's perfect. Amazing example, Jati. Great. So that brings me back to my points on stories. So I'm still waiting on more people to answer. I know the amount of people that are there on this, stream. So don't hide behind your screens, okay? Come on, folks. I know the people who are answering. I'm really grateful for you all, by the way. Thank you so much for answering. But I don't see a lot of people answering. Let me go back and give a couple of shout outs. Is Abhay still on this stream? So many people said hi. Where's Likhit, Insha, Sumit? Are you all still here? If you all are still here, I want to know about the skills that you have picked up at hackathons, alright? I remember the answers that you all gave as well, okay? Anyway, right, so I'm going to give you all another couple of minutes. It's 12:10 on my clock. I'm going to give you another 2 minutes if you all want to put in your stories, right? But hackathons are about stories. Every time I do an opening ceremony, right, I also introduce the partner products with how you can connect them and make them part of your story. Because remember, when you're solving a problem, you're basically a protagonist, right? In a story. So tell it to me like that. That the world was doomed and how you came and saved it, right? Oh, Inja, what's your favorite skill that you've picked up in a hackathon? And if you're new, what skill are you looking to pick up, right? So I'm going to give a couple of shout outs like Parik Papa. What are you looking to learn in a hackathon? Or Biswajit. Come on, folks. Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome, Biswajit. I learned that too, Yash. Trust me, I tell this to everyone, especially new hackers, is it took me almost 5 to 6 hackathons to actually put a message on Discord. Do you know that? I hate messaging on public servers. And I find it so daunting. Still do, by the way. So, I mean, if you all see on Discord also, I prefer answering, and that's okay. That's okay. That's me. So I don't force myself to do anything that I don't have to do until and unless, it's coming in the way of someone's job. So of course, I post announcements on Discord, I answer questions on Discord, but I won't actually go and type out my entire story anytime soon, right? So I'm a talker, so I talk about it, right? So I learned that. I'm now more comfortable typing messages. Still a little hesitant in posting them. I'm glad you do, Rati. I'm glad you relate. But that's the point, right? But the point is in a hackathon, you push yourself out of your comfort zone. And you try new things. That is awesome, Yash. I know Yash has been working very hard on his tech skills. I know he's a huge fan of Python. So, folks, if you all have Python questions, you all know whom to go. That is awesome, Nisar. You all are exploring blockchain too. See, such talented hackers here. I'm a little disappointed I had to actually go and call out on everyone to answer, but apart from that, you all are doing great. Alright, folks, we still have a lot of people to cover, so let me quickly start going through, right? Okay, tips and tricks, right? So we've spoken about hackathons in general and how it's okay to be uncomfortable and okay to push yourself out a little, right? Oh, I see more answers coming in. That's awesome. Interest trying to learn web development. Oh, Shellstronic is back. Hi there, Shellstronic. I didn't know you were back in the stream. That is so cool. That is so cool. I've actually been trying to use Stable Diffusion in Touch Designer. If anyone of you is trying to do it, I would love to collaborate. Oh, that is so cool. I love data visualization in Python. It is so much fun. I mean, I hate Python objects. I do not get the concept of data type objects. They completely screw my code up every time. But apart from that, great language. Love the amount of playing I can do with it. Awesome. And yeah, you all have fun, right? Great. Let's move on. Find a team or build one, right? Start by, I'm so glad you're learning web dev. That is awesome. I'm hoping to see some great projects, web pages from you in the next time I'm on the server. I would love to know your name because your username is interesting. But yeah, find a team or build one, right? I cannot stress this enough how easy your life becomes when you build a team. Now, I know I'm preaching to the choir here, right? Because you all are pro hackers, you all are more active hackers than I am. But I'll tell you why these days, if I were to, let's say I'm hesitant about participating in a hackathon, right? I'll go and find myself a team. However uncomfortable the tech stack for me it may be, or the idea might not relate with me, is because you have something called accountability, right? Now you have group accountability. So even if you're not happy with your work, or you're not some point along the way you're not happy with the concept, if you're working alone there's a high chance you might either give up or just do it for the sake of it. When you're working in a team and you know the amount of effort the other people are putting in, or however less effort they're putting in, that's not the point. The point is you know that you're accountable for the other people, so you put in that extra effort. You see it through a little better, maybe not much but a little better, right? So it makes it easier. Having someone checking up on you makes your work easy, because a lot of times, let's say I work full-time jobs. If I'm trying to hack on a weekend, it becomes very difficult for me almost all the time. Halfway through Saturday, I'm like, next weekend, right? If I find a team, then I know that they're counting on me to do some part of the task, however small, right? So let's say I go in and say, you know what, I'm just going to work on dev post and the demo video. I'm going to do nothing else. But that I'll do well and I'll complete it, right? Next thing about team building is people usually take a lot of work or give away a lot of work, right? Don't do that. Be very honest about what the work you're comfortable doing, right? And it's always start small, right? Give away tiny chunks of work and see it through. And I always tell this to hackers, folks, you all have the best use of GitHub prize anyway, so you all have incentive to use GitHub. Go ahead, use their project page, right? GitHub project has this amazing Jira system that they've almost set up, right? So they have tickets, they have work allocations. Use that. It's so much easier in case at any point you have conflict also to just resolve it. You're like, okay, fine, you know what, if you're having trouble doing this thing, I'll take this tiny task and do it. So in case you all are not aware, Jira management system and basically Scrum systems are breaking down an entire project into tiny tasks called tickets, and then you take up tickets or issues, whatever you want to call them, and solve that tiny task. It's like one feature request or one feature update, and like very tiny things, right? So it's very easy to work through it basically, because you're completing tiny tasks at a time. That is awesome. I'm so glad you're. I don't know if you're saying it for the sake of it, but I really hope you tried, right? So, the last thing, I mean, now it's a little difficult with the APAC thing, but if you all are participating in global hackathons, you end up participating with people from different time zones. So, that requires an extra strand of empathy, right? Because you need to understand that the person might have been trying to reach to you, or maybe wanting to reach out to you, but they held back because they were like, okay, it's probably not a good time for you. And in the process, maybe your project is now behind their time or can't be completed. So that extra strand of empathy and, it's okay. We did what we could in the time is a great experience to take back in a hackathon, right? Okay. Next is team formation, right? Team formation events are amazing, regardless of you wanting to be in a team, right? Whether you want to be in a team, not always attend team formation events, right? One, you get to network with the mentors and the organizers, right? It's always good for them to know you. Trust me, it makes a ton of a difference, because as a coach, if I know a hacker has come, however it's difficult the question, or you don't think it's a good enough a question, go ahead, ask it. That way I know you're actively participating. So when I look at the project, I'm like, oh yeah, this person was active throughout the weekend. I'm going to be a little better with, judging. I'll be a little more empathetic towards the project because I know the struggle that y'all have been through, right? And it actually works. I'm not kidding. Okay, go to team formation events, go to any many events happening for that matter, and talk about yourself, talk about what you're building. I see a lot of I see a lot of hackers come in and we're keeping the secret. That is great. I love how enthusiastic you are about the idea. But remember, when I look at the project, I have no recollection of what you were working on. I have no clue what you were working on, right? So talk about it a little bit, at least, like that way I know you're excited about your idea and you're actually working on it, right? I see a lot of comments. Hi, Arman. Arman is one of our youngest hackers. I've been working on my schedule. So in case anyone who's joining the stream for the first time, if you're joining my streams in January, I was complaining throughout about how my streams are too early. They weren't early; they were at 10 a.m. But I don't wake up that early these days. I have been, waking up early and everything. So I'm like, you know what? You can work with a schedule. It's not that bad. I actually recommend it at this point. That is a great question, Rati. So team formation events usually happen. Now I'm going to answer for FPH. For every other hackathon, there's usually a schedule on which they have the team formation event, right? So team formation event is basically you'll go, they'll have an ice breaking, or they'll have like a speed meeting kind of a thing where you talk to people. So basically, they're pushing you to share about your tech stack, about the kind of ideas you like, and about your background, so that you can actually you can hear other people talk and they can hear you talk, and then either you reach out to people that what, we can work on this together, or they reach out to you that hey, would you be interested in working on this, right? I hope that makes sense, Ratik. So for FPHs, this happens 9:30 p.m. IST Friday when the hackathon begins. So let me just quickly check for you when the next hackathon will happen, and we'll sign you up for the team formation event. All right, I'm just gonna quickly go through any comments that I've missed. Oh yeah, Smart India Hackathon is a very cool hackathon in case anyone wants to participate in hackathons. I've heard some amazing stories. I never, got around to participating it myself, but I've heard some amazing stories and I totally recommend the experience. I know, Nasar, it can be, I trust me a lot of times, I feel like that too, but it's for your convenience that has been done, and it's okay. You can always work on global hackathons or student hackathons that are happening, right? So I think last week there was women hacks from the Rochester Institute. Next week I think there's Rowdy Hacks or Hacks You It. Just go on the MLH page and see wherever there are virtual hackathons. You can participate with people globally. See, that's the thing, Yash. Ideally, yes. Ideally, I would not want to, you know, have a bias, but it becomes easier on my decision making. Of course, I'm more conscious because I'm slightly more experienced. But think about a judge or a mentor who's not going to hackathons every weekend, right? For them, they're going to prefer subconsciously or consciously, like I do it consciously now because I have a totally different reason, right? Because I know the effort that's gone into it. I know there's a lot of push that requires me to go and talk to someone and tell, okay, we're stuck here, right? Especially because usually hackathons with mentors and judges are introduced very, they're supposed to be revered basically. So if then someone's going and telling them that they're stuck and that they want help and they're passionate about their ideas, it's not a bias anymore. It's a very conscious decision that no, this team's actually worked hard. So, believe it or not, talking to judges and coaches and mentors and organizers even is a real advantage. Alright, and don't go. And we know, okay, when people are just trying to make conversation, they're actually working on something. So if you're like, as if you all ever see me at a physical hackathon, I'm always consistently talking to hackers. So that's the thing. And like sometimes you do not realize it, but prizes, especially the category prizes, they're given out way before the judging happens because we know how the implementation's working. So talking to people and talking and attending many events is very important for a totally different reason, right? I'm doing well, Irman. How are you doing? Awesome. I am glad y'all are agreeing to the fact that it should be a global hackathon. But again, it's been done for you. It makes your life easier. And if the age is not changing anytime soon, but then global hackathons. Ask questions. Again, same lines, right? Ask questions. That way, mentors know what you're working on. A lot of times, no, not anymore. But initially, our mentors and judges channel was basically the same. So whoever mentored could very easily be the judge that weekend. So again, to your advantage, right? Asking questions is never bad. interesting. Can you tell me more about the hackathon data? We can, yes, always look at the deadline and the time zone. That's another thing that you learn when you participate in hackathons, right? Especially global hackathons. You learn to look out for the time zone. You don't assume it's your time zone. That's another very good perspective to have. So it's a good experience, I'd say. It's a great experience. That's a story for you. Next time you come to a hackathon's tips and tricks, you can totally join me in stream and say, what's important in a hackathon? Looking at the time zone that you're supposed to submit it, right? Rati, I just showed you how to raise a ticket. If not, I'll quickly show it again, right? Let me go through a couple of more slides and then I'll show it to you. Understand the judging criteria. Very important thing, right? So, we give a lot of advice, right? And we tell that, make whatever. But if you look at the judging criteria, you'll see that there are being extra points either being given or not being given for following or not following a certain theme, right? So go and look at the rubric is what it's called, right? So if you go into the rubric and you'll see that, there is points for technical advantage. So we might come and tell you that, have fun and don't worry about too much about certain things. But the judges don't know that. The judges probably have a judging criteria. So again, I usually tell hackers, right, be very clear about why you're going to the hackathon. Are you going to win a prize or are you going to learn something? Because if you're going to learn something, especially from a personal skill point of view, don't even look at the prizes. Just build. Build like, there's no tomorrow. But if you're going there to win a prize and you're strategizing for the hackathon, right? Look at the judging criteria. See, are they giving points for UI UX? If there's no points for UI UX, maybe that's not worth. Make it decent, of course, usable, but maybe not. Worth spending that extra time beautifying it. If there is an entire category on UI UX, however, maybe you can get a little laid back on the back end and work more on the front end, right? So things like that. See what you are targeting and strategize accordingly. Understand the judging criteria, right? All right. Build a prototype, right? Prototype may be a wrong word here. What we're telling you is build a proof of concept, not even a prototype, right? So first comes a proof of concept. Proof of concept is what you are basically building, right? So proof of concept is that if I were to go out and try that idea, I can try it with that proof of concept, right? So you thought of an idea, you thought of a concept, now you're proving that it can be used or deployed in the real world. Prototype, I'm speaking more from a hardware point of view, is a later stage when you're actually building a product prototype, right? But proof of concept is good enough that okay, this works. If I were to take that idea out in the real world, I can actually experiment with my idea, right? I'm glad you clarified, Yash, because I really need to moderate the stream, right? Focus on bonding, right? Remember, even though I said that talking and team formation will help the judging in that hackathon, the more authentic you are about yourself and the more you mean what you say, it's going to help you in the longer run because the other people feel it, right? You feel empathized or sympathized with. So if you want to make real connections, like I said, like those 2-3 people checking on me meant so much to me, right? I still remember it. That's one of my core memories from a hackathon, that people checked in on me. So be authentic, be yourself. It's okay. Not everyone can, get along with you. That's all right. So, but yeah, mean what you say, right? So focus on bonding. Be very real, right? Talk and don't talk for the sake of it. Okay, and if no one's judging you, right? So so participating in live streams and solving problems are all we should do. Yes, that's it. That's all you need to. So solving the challenges, that the dev post link I shared. I did share the dev post link, right? I don't remember. Did I send you all a dev post link? I honestly don't. If I didn't, just tell me. I'll share it again. Radhi, let me know if you still need help with the tickets. I'm happy to walk you through in case you still haven't understood. Yes, always have fun, right? Make sure that whatever y'all are working on. I see some very creative projects, like, people solving this huge mental health problem, but they love anime. So the theme has to be anime, which is amazing, which speaks to me because I know that y'all are actually passionate about it, right? So, and the more you talk about your passion and what you love, the more the like-minded people you find. So it becomes easier for you to work together as well, right? Ah, thank you so much, Arman. I did not know this link existed. Thank you so much. So, folks, this is a nice link. Go ahead and use this. All right, awesome. Thank you, Arman, for helping, Jati. That is awesome. See, this is what happens at hackathons. You all help each other out. Usually, if you see, I'm very slow at replying on Discord, especially normal questions, because I know you all are great at helping out each other. Awesome. Plan your schedule. Like I said, right? Hackathons teach you to prioritize. Now, a lot of times I see hackers, participate even though they have exams the next week, and they're really good with time management. Even I'm not that good at time management, right? Even though I've participated in so many hackathons, I'm really bad time estimates, right? But yeah, you get the point, right? So plan your schedule, prioritize, and especially if you're working on in people with people in multiple time zones, empathize, right? You're just solving problems for the world. That's the whole point. You're at a hackathon, so don't forget to be empathetic towards people who are immediately around you, right? Demos and presentations. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. I'm actually gonna just go ahead and share a YouTube link that Jack made, which is awesome. The YouTube link is called "This is your dev post submission sucks and this is why." Hmm. Alright, copy link address. Yes, bio demos. Right. So yeah, this is a nice video made by an amazing video made by Jack. Very real and very, very what we're really looking for, right? And in case y'all have ever met me or in real life, like in person hackathons, I'm very clear, right? Because I go for like live judging. And like, you know what? I don't want to see your presentation. I do not want to see or know about your idea until the very end. I'm sure you had a very noble idea, a very creative idea. I want to first see what you've made, right? I want to first see, I usually look at your dev post and see what your last project was. If you've grown from it, right? Did you actually learn something new? I'll give that more points over something that looks extremely professional. Okay, trust me. If you've already done that, like I see a lot of times hackers reusing their front end. The ideas are great and the ideas are different and it's authentic code and everything. There's no cheating. But I know you all haven't really grown, right, from that hackathon. So yeah, that's something I'm looking at. Did you grow in the hackathon? You as a single person, and I do not look at it as a team. So if I look at individual projects, see what you went back, which is why there's this thing where it asks you what you contributed and their post, always fill it. Talk about it. Write a freaking essay there about how your weekend went. That is better than not writing anything and just assuming that they'll assume everyone did equal work. And we don't expect people to do equal work in projects, by the way. There's no negative points for that. If you're doing the heavy lifting voluntarily, of course, it's okay. Someone can just come in for the first time and write your dev post. That is a good. Till the time you've learned something, right? So again, make sure that you're growing because after a point I'll tell you why we give it more importance is after a point it becomes more of a routine. Okay, I'm just gonna go write this code. I write this code every day for my full-time job as well, so it's not really a big deal, and I'm gonna submit it. And of course you're a professional in it, right? I mean, again, so us as coaches who have experience, we of course take care of it, but not all judges know that, right? So there's a lot of biases, I agree, but it's about you. You're participating in a hackathon for you, so make sure you do that right. Sign up for your next hackathon today. So you know what? Like I said, I've been meaning to participate. I'm actually gonna go and sign up for a hackathon live right now. So you all are welcome to sign up with me. And I don't remember, Rati, did you ask me a question about team formation, right? So I'll show you where the team formation registration happens as well. So you don't have to build a complete project. It's a challenge, right? So let's say the challenge. Let's see what today's challenges are. P.ac slash, was it daily dev post? That is the link. So let me share my screen to that. So the challenges, right? So today's challenges are watch technical streams. Okay, so today's are set up a website. So you can set up a website is a very simple task, right? You just need to go register a domain. You can set up a website on GitHub pages or something like a very simple single app page and deploy it. It shouldn't take a lot of time. I mean, it's ironic I'm saying that because I've been struggling with it for a week for my website. But my problem is, right, it's an easy task if you don't do stupidities like I do, right? It's a simple task. You can do it in a few hours, right? Then there are, so you don't have to do all the challenges either, right? You just pick a couple of tiny challenges. So there's a build a translator, right? Create a medical hack. And now remember, all of these challenges usually come with a stream, right? So the day there might be, submit a hardware hack, there's a very high chance I'll be taking the hardware hack stream. So you just need to follow along with me and submit what you've made, right? Because it's not a competition. It's a challenge for you to complete that, that, okay, you did learn something, right? So I hope I answered your question, Barik Papa. This is another great. Yeah, don't stress about it. Just have fun. Do whatever you can. Um, awesome. I see team building happening in the chat. Perfect. Well, this stream is ending, but I will be back in an hour and a half for my next stream, which will go on for a good 3 hours at least. Okay, so like I'll again give a nice 20-minute break in case y'all are joining for the IoT streams. But I'm gonna complete. So part one will be me basically recapping a lot of electronics that we did in January. All right. Part two will be us connecting. I think if I depending on the questions and how well we do on time, I will cover. First part, which is connecting your sensors to a database. We'll use Firebase because I love Firebase's flexibility. And as hackers, I think it's a great job. It's a great way for you all to, uh, do well on time in hackathons, right? And yeah, next stream we will cover connecting data to a React app. I'm not a React developer. I'm not a front-end developer. So I'll show you how I do it for hackathons. Right? It's a very scrappy way to do it. So you have a dashboard, you're getting data. That's it. And we won't even build the dashboard today. We'll just get the data to the React app. We'll create the React app and get the data there. So basically we'll have a common database. We'll have our RTDB connected and our Firestore connected to our electronics part, which is the IDE, Arduino IDE. And we'll have our React app reading and writing data. That's it. Today is all about that. And if it spills over, we have other two streams. All right. The next two streams will build projects end to end. When I say we build projects end to end, basically we'll be taking up a problem statement, designing a solution, and then using our boilerplate code that we did in the first two and a half streams to, pick up it up as a base and then scale it to solve that specific problem. Make sense? All right. I hope I answered your questions. You're late to this stream, but there are two more streams coming right up, right? All right. Awesome. See, this is where you can team up. I might use your help later as well. Glad I could help. Or if you're thanking other hackers, they're amazing too. I agree. I know, right? I love how simple it can be. There we go. So I know that people will be there in the comments as mentors as well, so I'm not worried. Oh, you have a hacky way to do it. I am very interested. If you can join me on stream and man, you're welcome to show us your hacky way. So here's the thing: we can participate in hackathons. The weekends I'm not coaching, I can participate in hackathons. There's no rule against it. So yeah, I'll let you all know. I'll sign up for a hackathon right now, and then we can team up if you all want. In Flutter, that's okay. I'm happy to learn a little bit of Flutter and connect IoT. So if you can teach me how to connect, like if you want to come on stream and show how to create a simple Flutter page and get dashboard data like Firebase data, that's good enough. We're doing a very scrappy boilerplate code. Remember, how you scale it later in the UI is up to you. What you learn in that, right? So you're welcome to come on stream, and I'll learn from you, Alman. Yay, people are happy. Sure. The dev post overview section. Let me go through it myself. Okay. So the dev post overview section. Let me just share my screen here. Stop screen. Q&A, cool. You all are smart, and we've been answering Q&A as we go anyway. So slides, no, clear computer. Percent, share screen, window, and it's gonna create an infinity loop, but that's okay. That way I'm going to switch between things here, right there. So this is the section that you want explaining in, right? So there we go. Alright, so this is the overview page, right, of the daily dev link that I went to. This is an important note, right? Because you get points for submitting, so definitely do that. Oh, there we go. This is the link that you're supposed to go to, right? So, what is global hacking? I think this is a great definition and a great, summarized way to put it, right? So, watch technical stream, participate in skill building workshops, which is like technical streams, and fun activities, which is what we're doing right now, kind of having fun. A little philosophical fun, but fun nonetheless. And yeah, enter and win in raffles, right? Can I get swag? Yes, you can get swag. So these are basically FAQs that we've answered. I'm not sure who asked this. Vijit or Barry. Who asked this question? Barry Papa asked this question. Right? So I'm just explaining, right? So these are the requirements. Your challenge submission must be completed within the submission period. So we have around 8 hours to the deadline, right? Then whenever relevant. So what do we mean by when relevant is? Let's say we have asked to, let's see, sometimes we have things like hardware hack. So best hardware hack mean you all don't have any code, so it's usually a picture of your circuit, right? So whenever relevant, that means all of today's I think will have code, right? Make an app to organize communities, etc., etc. So all of this will have code. So today you have to submit a public repository for your submission to be considered, right? And if you're continuing, which is valid in GHW, you need to specify before when you made it before. Fair enough. Does that make sense, Barik Papa? Did the overview section make sense? The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to sign up for the mlh.io/events. And I'm going to sign up for a hackathon like I promised. Ah. Alright, let's see. In person only, in person only. So this is our MLH events page. I'm going to share this link very quickly with you all so that... sorry. There are in-person hackathons happening. Let me walk you through them very quickly, right? So you go to this site that I just sent, the link that I just sent, all right? Over here, you will see a lot of hackathons listed, right? So let's just go over the format, right? So this is your hackathon. This is the name. These are the dates. This is the location. And then here it says whether or not it's in person or virtual, right? So this is in person only. Okay, so I'm going to look at digital. Now this is digital only. So depends whether or not I want to participate, right? So I'm going to go look at hybrid. So hybrid is when it will happen. So again, it's everywhere worldwide and the focus is digital. So I might want to sign up for this hackathon, right? Next, let's see. There is March 17th to 19th. I am not available. So I will look at the next weekend. Cool. So 24th to 26th, I am available. And I'm in the APAC time zone. So this will be the hackathon that I can participate in. All right. I will click on this hackathon link and I'll click on. I won't register from here because I'm logged in as MLH, but yeah, I register for this event mostly, right? So that's how you go about registering for hackathons. Usually, this is a great place. Also, even on DevPost, right? So if you go to DevPost, there we go. So let's say I go to DevPost. I can just go here and go to browse hackathons and then put in hackathons and put in filters and actually go through the hackathons that are happening. So even over here, there are some really nice bigger hackathons that happen through companies, which are pretty good to participate. Just make sure that you go through all the these filters, right? So it's all countries except these. Above legal age, which means you need to be 18 to participate. So things like that. You need to just look out for things like that. And yeah, I'll register for this hackathon later. Let's see what all hackathons are happening. Yes, there are a few hackathons happening in India. April. I don't think there are any in March from what I recall, but let me show you all. So 7th April, so there's API week in GHW. Then there is, this is FPH. There is Hack the League that is happening, which is not listed here for some reason. I think because Hack the League ka date got postponed, it must be showing as over. I'm not sure. Let's check. I'm Electrothon in Himachal Pradesh, Hamirpur, and there's one more. Witty Hacks in Indore. These are the 3 in-person hackathons happening in India in April, not in March. Oh, is Hack the League over 18? I did not know that. Let me check and get back to you though. Let's see. Oh, so this one, Hack 36, is also an Indian hackathon. I did not realize that. So the Hack 36 that I opened is actually an MNNIT coding club event. So it seems like an Indian hackathon, and since it's hybrid, I'm sure there'll be like an in-person thing. Let's see about. uh, Yeah, we'll have to figure this out. Let me figure this out. So that dates for that is 24th March. Obviously, I'm not going in person, but yeah. Hack the League is definitely in April. The dates I think are still not finalized. Between 2 weekends, but yeah. I hope I answered the question. Alright, folks. The sound, yes, that's my Discord. Uh, Honestly, so see, hackathons, usually there's really no single database to find out. And you know what, actually, that's a great idea. We should go back to emanation, regardless of it being a member event, maybe we should have a list of hackathons happening. Because what happens is only the events that get onboarded as member events get listed on the emanation events website. Apart from that, there's Discord, dev post. But even on dev post, a lot of good hackathons only release their dev post a few days before the hackathon for, uh, they don't want to release the challenges and stuff beforehand. So there's really no one database. It's usually good to keep scouting, maybe subscribe or follow hashtags on Twitter and stuff about hackathons. But yeah, we need a common database. That's actually a really good idea. That's the ideas for all you hackers in case you all are looking for in your next hackathon. SIH, awesome. Yes, that's my Discord. I'll quit it in a bit. But am I joining what? Arman, SIH or Hack 36? I'm not sure what we're talking about anymore. But folks, apart from that, the stream is officially over. I'm gonna hang back another 5 minutes, talk to you all because I'll be back in like an hour for the next stream. So we'll be here in another 3 hours minimum. Don't worry. So if you all have any questions, you all can come back. I keep rambling. So any questions, I'll answer it from scratch. No, I can't join Smart India Hackathon anymore. I think university is the limit, right? And I recently graduated. I actually have tried to etch a PCB. Actually, you know what? I have etched a PCB, but I don't consider it because I was in my first year and I did it for my Robocon team. So my seniors helped me a lot. But no, I have tried it once myself at home and I managed to burn myself. I burned myself a lot. I recently burned myself again with soldering. So yeah, I'm a very hazardous person. But I am working on some very cool things that I hopefully can showcase by Saturday. I should be done by Saturday. I really, really hope so. But it's Holi today. Did you all celebrate Holi? I hope you all did. Alright, folks. I'm gonna keep the chat running. Keep replying. I'm gonna take a quick break, and I think you all should too in case you all are planning to join back my next stream. It's gonna be again a very chill stream. You all know how I work. It's gonna be impromptu and I'll be doing stuff hands-on, right? And this time I've decided, depending on how well you all follow or aren't able to follow, we'll make a nice GitHub repo and you all can create issues and you all can keep contributing to it with whatever you create. Alright? So it's gonna be nice and fun. Again, first stream is all about recap about electronics and some very basic concepts. And then yeah, it's gonna be all hands on, hands on, hands on from there on. And the next two sessions are gonna be fun because we're actually just gonna sit to brainstorm and design the project, and then actually just use our pre-existing code to kind of use it to solve the problem, right? My that is so sweet, Meg. Yeah, I so in college we have this experiment in first year where we're supposed to like work with at least 12 bulbs, and we have a 400 volt voltage passing through. So what happened was I turned, so it the switch is the other way around, right? So you push it down to switch it off, and I was removing the bulbs. My friend thought it was still on, so she quickly went and turned it on. And yeah, I had a nice 400 volt. Nothing Marvel happened though. It was a little disappointing, but I get it. I'm not encouraging these actions by any chance. Okay, I'm a very I do a lot of stupid things. Basically, you'll hear a lot of stories from me on that note. Awesome, folks. I'll be back with more stories in an hour, right? So, there is the Google Calendar has not been updated, but the OHQ link has been updated. So, let me share that with you. So, you all should be able to register and check in for the event. There you go. So, that's the link. And awesome. I will see you all in an hour. Maybe a tad bit over it, but around an hour. All right. Bye, folks.